This song is related to the dark history from the plague, and it has been associated with the Great Plague of 1665. And earlier it was the bubonic plague that took place in England. And the lyrics is a dark reference of the plague's symptoms and deaths.
Hello, my Celeste reacts and creates. In today's video, we're going to do a reaction to nursery rhymes that didn't even know it had a dark meaning. If this is your first time here, please subscribe, hit that notification bell for more reaction videos like this, and let's get into the video.
Did y'all know that Miss Mary Mac, the nursery rhyme, is not so cute and sweet? Ooh. Now let's talk about the scary meaning behind Miss Mary Mac. Now, like I mentioned before, a lot of these nursery rhymes, kid-friendly books and songs and movies was not kid-friendly and often originated from something so dark and creepy. Now, legend has it, Miss Mary Mac was born back in the day, and she was born with lots of deformities. And back then, people literally looked at you as if you was some type of alien if you had any type of deformities. They weren't educated on, being autistic or, having Down syndrome or different, things that we see on a day-to-day basis. So they said that her family was ashamed of her, and she grew up in the church. Like the church basically, helped her out. And the church also was in charge over the graveyards and keeping up with the graves. So they said she was always out there and she was really good at it, and she was insanely strong to the point where she had like superhuman strength, like literally could just do all this stuff that would take several men hours and hours and even sometimes days to do. She could do in like 30 minutes all by herself. And it was said that the children in the area would often pick on her and taunt her and make these different songs where they made the Miss Mary Mac, 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 all dressed in black, 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 the song that we used to sing. And allegedly after the third time they sung that song, that's when Mary would come out and tear them up one by one. Now some even say that this song comes from a U.S. warship called the USS Mary Mac or something like that. And it was said that the ship was actually black and covered with silver buttons, which is what the song states about the silver buttons on the back. But that still was a ship that was used to fight in the Civil War. So either or, if it was based off Mary the Gravekeeper or this U.S. warship, why is this a children's song? And another thing is, when did we learn this? Because I remember just, doing Ring Around the Rosie and Miss Mary Mac, but who taught us that? I don't ever remember like my parents or my family members like singing that to us. So how did we know about this song? But yeah, a lot of these stories have a lot of twisted lure and just weird things. And I'm
Yes,
like, who made this into a kid nursery rhyme? But let me know what y'all think in the comments. And I'm also going to tag another creator that goes way in depth about the legend of Miss Mary Mac, the Gravekeeper. Wow. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Catch it.
Oh, no. Sit down. Have a seat.
What?
Not only is what this person's saying about eeny, meeny, miny, moe true, but it is also documented and a matter of law. In the 1951 Oxford Dictionary of Nursery Rhymes, there you will see the following lyrics. Eena, meena, mina, mo. Catcha by his toe. If he squeals, let him go. Eena, meena, mina, mo. But there was also a U.S. court case that confirmed that this rhyme is racist. In 2003, two black women filed a lawsuit against an airline in the case of Lucy Sawyer and Grace M. Fuller versus Southwest Airlines. The two ladies from Kansas City filed a suit over the comments flight attendant Jennifer Cundiff made after they boarded a Southwest flight to return from a Las Vegas vacation. As the two tried to find seats on the crowded plane, Cundiff said over the intercom, "Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, pick a seat, we gotta go." They were the only two standing at the time. Southwest Airlines tried to get the suit thrown out, arguing in part that the phrase is, quote, totally benign and could not reasonably be interpreted as a racial slur, end quote. The U.S. District Court jury of 7 white men and 1 white woman deliberated less than an hour before reaching the verdict that the 2 black women were not discriminated against. However, the court agrees with the two ladies that because of its history, the phrase eeny, meeny, miny, mo could reasonably be viewed as objectively racist and offensive.
Right.
These are the facts. I teach about this and more in my training course, Racism in Children's Music, Liberating Music for the Black Child. Teach the children the truth. I know I am.
The dark meaning behind Ring Around the Rosie.
Okay.
Now let's talk about it. Now I'm sure we all have heard the sweet nursery rhyme Ring Around the Rosie, where the kids stand in a circle and they run around and then they all fall down, right? But of course, it's not as sweet as we think it is, because 9 times out of 10, when they make stuff super kid-friendly, it originated from something not so kid-friendly. Now this song is related to the dark history from the plague, and it has been associated with the Great Plague of 1665. And earlier, it was the bubonic plague that took place in England. And the lyrics is a dark reference of the plague's symptoms and deaths. Like London lost 15% of their population from these plagues. And it was said that those with the bubonic plague would have really bad fever, swelling, cramps, coughing up blood. And some people believe this phrase, ring around the rosy, is an illusion of the deadly times. The rosies basically represents like the red spots that was on their face because they were covered in them. And they're also known as like fever rashes. The phrase pocket full of posies was basically because people would have to carry around flowers because it smelled so bad. Like it literally smelled like death walking around in the streets. So people would carry flowers around with them to basically try to help sweeten the smell up because it just smelled like death everywhere. And the ashes represents the cremation of the bodies because there was so many bodies they had to cremate. And then last but not least, we all fall down could be a physical representation of death. But I just find it really weird that they make this stuff into kid songs. Like, it always sounded weird to me. Ring around the rosies, pocket full. Like, that is creepy already. But I bet a lot of y'all did not know that it was about the plague. Now, some people say it's just a regular kid song that is not even about the plague. But be for real. Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Nothing kidly is about that. But let me know what y'all think. And let me know if y'all want to hear more about stuff that is not so kid-friendly, but they make it into kid-friendly stuff. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Wow. I hope you guys did enjoy from Kennedy and other content creators talks about the nursery rhymes. When I was younger, I could not get the grip of understanding of remembering those nursery rhymes. And I used to feel left out, like something was wrong with me. But I watched these couple of videos a couple of weeks ago and I said, you know what? Nothing was wrong with me. God was protecting me from saying those words or trying to remember those words. Nursery rhymes, so-called supposed to be child friendly, that wasn't for me to speak or repeat. So I feel like I was really protected by God. And I just could never catch on to it. And I just used to think something was wrong with me when I was a little child. And everybody else caught on to it. And I felt like maybe that wasn't for me to speak or repeat. So I don't feel bad at all. I don't know. I just feel like since 2020, we are learning more and more each and every day about our childhood and the real world. We live in this dark reality, and they are twisting things around for the kids. And, it's just everything's coming to light. So it's just like we never had a childhood. Everything is really dark. And, like Nickelodeon, the child stars, they went through a lot. So it's just like, wow, so never feel like you're left out. If something's not meant for you to say or do, it's not for you. And don't matter how many times people make you feel belittled or make you feel worse than, it's not. It's God protection. And that's what I had to learn. So, but I hope you guys did enjoy about the dark nursery rhymes, horror reaction videos, and that you're also um, teaching your children and protecting your children as well, because we don't know a lot of things that is been hidden, and we learn each day. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to see more videos like this, please comment down below what was your favorite part first of your dark nursery rhymes. And if you have a suggestion, please comment down below as well and let me know what reaction video we should do next. And this is Celeste Reacts and Creates. So follow me at Celeste World _, for more entertainments. Okay, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time. Bye bye.